Today's session is for prep2 English in mind. Okay, so let's start. By the way, this is the shape of your book. I'm working from the book which is called My Teacher English in Mind. So let's start. In the first term, you will have 8 units. So the first unit is talking about the pace of British. So let's start by vocab. Vocab, you must know 4 things about vocab. Number 1, the words and its definition, like this. Today we will only focus on some vocab and its definition in English, like A levels. A levels means advanced levels or the high levels. So we could say that the word A levels means advanced levels or high levels. A pet, it is so important. This means little, little, little. Cool family. Cool family means a friendly family. Friendly family. The word realize. Realize. This means no. So, listen to my example. I could say, he was outside the country for 5 years. So now I couldn't know him or I couldn't realize him. المينين بتاع الجملة بتاعتي بيقول إن هو كان خارج البلاد ل5 سنوات، لسنوات طويلة جدا، لذلك I couldn't know him، يعني لم أعد أتعرف عليه، أو I couldn't realize him، لم أعد أدركه، خلاص أنا ما عدتش قادر أتعرف على الشخص ده. The word mates or mates. This word means friends in the place of work or school. So here you are mates. Mates بمعنى كده friends أو أصدقاء الفصل أو أصدقاء الصف الدراسي، أو ممكن أقول عليها the friends of the work بمعنى أصدقاء العمل. يبقى number 1, we must know the words and its definition in English. Number 2, about vocab. We must know the prepositions. The prepositions, it is so important to answer the question or the choose question. Okay, so let's start by these words. Emigrate from and emigrate to. These 2 words, emigrate and emigrate, these 2 words means leave your country. ال 2 words معناهم يهاجر. But here we have a difference. After the word emigrate, we use from. But after the word immigrate, we use the preposition to. Okay, so these 2 words are the opposite. Number 2, spend money on. Look at this word. The word spend. This word, it has a lot of meanings. We could use it with money. ممكن استخدم الكلمة دي مع الموني ومعناها ينفق مالا. So listen to my questions. I could say, yesterday I bought a very nice dress and I spent 2,000 on it. معناها إنه أنا أمس أنفقت 2,000 on the new dress. كلمة spend, we could also use it with time. Time بمعنى الوقت. So we could say, yesterday I spent 2 hours studying the science lesson. ومعناها أمس قضيت 2 ساعات أذاكر درس الساينس اللي هو العلوم. Okay, so this is everything about the word spend. And if we use it with money, we must use the preposition on. So we must say spend money on. Think about. Think about بمعنى يفكر في شيء ما. stay up. stay up. stay up معناها يسهر أو يقضي فترة طويلة ليلا. Okay, so this is some prepositions. Number 3, you must know the expressions or idioms or phrases. And it is so important to answer the first question in your exam. So let's start by, what do you think about? If you have an idea and I want to ask you about your idea, I could say, what do you think about? What do you think about? Number 2, I suppose it is. So listen to my questions. Today, the weather is very hot. So I suppose that we will go to the park to have a fresh air. بمعنى إيه suppose دي؟ كلمة suppose بمعنى يفترض أن. Not at all. I'm joking. Not at all بمعنى لا على الإطلاق. Not at all. It isn't so good. It isn't so good. If you aren't with an idea, you could say it isn't so good, or I didn't love it. I'm in love with. I'm in love with, you could say it like this. I'm keen on this thing. Or you could say I'm fond of. I'm fond of this thing. So the word keen on or fond of or in love with means that you love this thing very much. So you could say, I'm in love with strawberry. This means that I'm keen on strawberry or I'm fond of strawberry. Okay, the last one. It's quite common for. The word common for means that this thing is popular. Popular means also known for everyone or known for every person or known for a large number of people. So the word common for بمعنى شائع لدى أو معروف لدى أو محبوب لدى. So we talk about the words and its definition in English, the prepositions, the expressions and phrases, and the last thing about vocab, you must know the confusable words. So look at these words. Emigrate, emigrate, immigrate, and migrate. So what is the difference between these three words? All of us know that these three words in Arabic means الثلاث vocab دول معناهم بالعربي يهاجم. But they have a different meaning. At the end of our session, I told you this in the prepositions. Emigrate from and immigrate to. Okay, so the word emigrate, we use from. And we need to mention the name of the country that you are leaving. بمعنى إيه؟ I could say علي emigrates from emigrates بالفتح كده emigrates from Egypt ومعناها علي ترك or leaves Egypt يعني ترك مصر. So the word emigrate from معناها يهاجر من بلد اللي هو ساكن فيها أو عايش فيها. But the word emigrate, we need to mention the name of the country that you are going to. Like what? We could say Ali immigrates to America. So this means that he leaves his country, Egypt, and moves to another country which is called America. So this is the difference between these two words, emigrate from and emigrate to. So what about the word migrate? The word migrate, we use it only with birds. Okay, so look at this example. The word migrate, we use it to talk about birds that go to another part of the world. بمعنى الطيور التي تهاجر من مكان إلى آخر في العالم. Okay? And it is so important to understand the difference between emigrate, immigrate, and migrate. Okay? And this is everything about the vocab part. Do you need anything about the vocab? Any question about vocab? Okay, is everything clear about vocab? You could open your mics. Hey, is everything clear about vocab? You could open your mic and ask it. Is it clear?
Yes, teacher.
Yes, okay. So let's move to the second part in our today's session, and it will be the grammar. In the first unit, you must know these tenses: the present simple, the present continuous, the present perfect, okay, and the words that we use with the present perfect. So today we're gonna talk about the present continuous. Present continuous. Look at this example. If I'm saying Ali is playing football. If I'm saying this example, Ali is playing football. Please listen to my questions and answer them. Does it mean that he was playing football from 2 minutes? Does it mean this?
No.
Excellent. Okay. Does it mean that he played football yesterday?
No.
Okay, so the present continuous means continuous, that the action is continuous in the present. Maybe one of you, what do you mean, miss? The word continuous in English means that you must have an action. This is number one. Maybe one of you asks me, miss, what is the action here? The action here is playing football. This is the action. It is so important to understand this point. The word continuous in English means that you must have an action, and this action is continuous in the present. In the present. So, this means that Ali is continuous in playing football. معناها إن لعب كرة القدم ده مستمر لفترة معينة in the present، بمعنى في الوقت الإيه بقى الحاضر. So This is the meaning of the present continuous. Number two, let's move to the form. And if I'm talking about the form, about any tense, I'm talking about the shape of the verb. Look at the sentence very carefully. Where is the subject here? The subject. The subject. Where? What is the subject? You can open your mouths. Is
Ali.
it Ali? Excellent. Yes. What is the object? Object. Ali, this is the subject. Excellent. Okay. Now I'm asking about the object. Football. Excellent. Thank you so much, ya Kareem. Okay, so this is the object. Now I'm asking about the verb. Where is the verb of this sentence? The verb.
Playing.
Playing? No, not playing. The verb. Not as. No. The verb in this sentence is playing itself. جملة is playing على بعضها. This is the verb. This is the verb. So, in the present continuous, could you tell me how many verbs could we have in the sentence? One verb or two verbs?
One verb.
One verb, how? No, two verbs. Excellent, ya Kareem. Yes, we must have two verbs. And take it as the rule in English. If you have two verbs in your sentence, this means that you must have two things. Number one, it must be the helping verb. Number two, it must be the main verb. Let me say it again. The present continuous. You told me that we must have two verbs. And if we have two verbs in English, the first one, it must be the helping verb, and the second one, it must be the main verb. So, let me tell you the main rule or the general rule to create a sentence in the present simple. The shape of the verb, it may be am or as or are. This is the helping verb. The main verb. You must add ing to the main verb to mention that this action is continuous. So, this is the general rule or the main rule of the present simple. Let me write it here. Am or as or are. This is the helping verb or the main verb. Am is are. Is it helping verb or main verb? This is which one? Am is are. Helping verb or main verb? Helping verb, okay. Plus the verb plus ing. And I told you that the word ing means that the action is continuous in the present. So, could you tell me we use I with which subject pronouns? We use am with I, yes. What about as?
He, she, and it.
Yes, he, she, it. Could we use it with singular nouns or plural nouns?
Singular.
Singular nouns, excellent. Okay, what about are?
We,
Yes?
they, you. Well, plural noun.
Plural nouns, excellent. So, this is the shape of the verb in the present simple. You must have two verbs. Number one, the helping verb. It may be am or as or are, and this depends on the shape of your subject. Number two, you must have the main verb plus ing to mention that this action is continuous or continuous in the present. So, look at the sentence again. Ali is playing football. Is it positive or negative? Yes, excellent. If we want to put any sentence in English in the negative form, we have a general rule. Thank you, Karim. We need to add not to the helping verb. So be careful that we add not to the helping verb, not the main verb. So we could say isn't or aren't or amn't. So could any one of you put this sentence in the negative form? Ali is playing football. Could you put it in the negative form? You could write it in the share screen. Ali isn't playing football. Excellent يا كريم. تمام. Okay. So we could say Ali is not, and don't forget not, is not playing, and don't forget the ing, football. Okay, so the word is not. We could write it and pronounce it like this, isn't. So the word isn't, this is the abbreviation of is plus not. Okay, so is plus not, the abbreviation of these two words is isn't. So we could say is not or isn't. Let's move to the question. In English, we have two kinds of question. Number one, the WH question. And we have a general rule or a main rule to make a WH question. Start with the question word plus the helping verb plus the subject plus the verb. Let's move to the sentence again. Ali is playing football. Could any one of you make a WH question here? You could open your mics or write it on a chat. I need no one and no persons. Ali is playing football. Could you make a WH question here? A WH question.
Who is playing football?
Excellent. We could say who is playing football. Excellent. Yes. We could also say, as you wrote on the chat screen, on the chat, what is Ali playing? Excellent. So here we used two different question words like who or what. Okay. The last one. This is the yes no question. And to make a yes no question, you must start by the helping verb plus the subject plus the verb. Could you make a yes no question about the same sentence?
Is Ali playing football?
Football? Yes, excellent. Is Ali playing football? Excellent. This is yes no question. So you must answer using yes, excellent ya Kareem, or no. So you could say yes, he is, or no, he isn't. Okay. The last thing to talk about the present continuous. Let's move to the key words. The key words, these are the words which means that the action is continuous in the present. Like what? Like now. Could you give me more examples? What else?
At the moment.
Excellent. What else? Could we say at the present? Now, at the moment, at the present. And be careful about these two verbs. The verb look, excellent ya Kareem, right now, excellent. And the verb listen. And right now, like what Kareem said. Look at these two verbs, look and listen. We use these two words to mention that the action is continuous in the present. Like what? I could say, listen, the baby is crying. Okay, so here we used the word listen to mention that the action is continuous in the present. Look at this example. We could say, look, the car is coming fast. So, we could also use the word look to mention that the action is continuous in the present. So, we could use now, at the moment, at the present, right now, look and listen. And this is everything about today's session. Okay? Do you have any questions about today's session?
No.